Hi kids, welcome back to another video. For this lesson, you will need to have a pen and paper with you. Today, we will be learning all about potential energy. Here are our learning objectives for this video. Students will be able to explain potential energy, carry out an experiment on potential energy, and lastly, report your experiment findings. Before we continue, let's do a little bit of recap. Do you remember what the law of conservation of energy is? I'm sure you do. I will give you 15 seconds to write your answer down on a piece of paper. No cheating. Ready? Start! 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time's up! If your answer is that energy cannot be created or destroyed, it can only be converted, then you are absolutely correct. Good job! Going back to our topic for today, potential energy is the energy stored in an object at rest. Take a look around your surroundings. What objects are at rest? Pause this video and write down 3 objects on your paper. Good job! In my surrounding, the 3 objects at rest are my chair, my piano, and my phone. When objects are at rest, they store energy within themselves until an event occurs to make them move. In this video, we will examine 4 different scenarios which shows potential energy. Let's look at our first example of potential energy. This is a swing. Suppose a child is playing on the swing with her father. The father pulls the child up towards him. Let's examine the moment just before the dad releases the handle of the swing. At this position, potential energy is present in the swing. This is because the swing has the potential to go forward when the dad releases the handle of the swing. As the toddler swings forward, potential energy is transformed to kinetic energy. When the child reaches her maximum swing forward, this happens for a short time, but she stays temporarily at rest. Remember what energy is present when an object stays at rest? That's right, potential energy. This time, the swing has the potential to fall back and swing back to the father. Let's look at our second example of potential energy. We know that when an object is at rest, it is storing potential energy within itself for further use. But do you know that we humans have potential energy too? Whenever we are taking a rest, our body is actually storing potential energy for the next time we have to move. When we sleep every night, our body stores potential energy. This energy will then be transformed to kinetic energy when we wake up and carry out our daily routine, like brushing our teeth and eating our breakfast. Now let's look at our third example of potential energy. Imagine you're competing in a 100-meter sprint. Before you start running, you are crouched down with both hands on the ground, both feet on the starting block. Out from the corner of your eye, you see the referee about to press the trigger of the starting gun. Your heart starts beating faster, your hands start to get clammy, and you feel a strong energy surge inside you. Wait, hold on. Energy? Exactly! That energy you feel just seconds before you start to sprint is potential energy. This potential energy will be transformed to kinetic energy when you start running. Let's look at our last example for potential energy. Potential energy is not only present in objects and humans, but animals too. Let's watch this clip of a cheetah running. Let's watch it one more time. Can you identify where potential energy is shown in the cheetah? That's right. As the cheetah is preparing to run, it is actually storing potential energy. The potential energy will be transformed to kinetic energy when the cheetah starts to run. Good job, everyone! Remember, if you are still unsure about potential energy, you can always watch this video again or ask your teacher about it. Now that we've mastered potential energy, it is experiment time! These are the materials you will need for this experiment. Using 5 pieces of paper, the 2 rubber bands and duct tape, you will make a slingshot. Stack the 5 pieces of paper on top of the other. On the topmost paper, measure 2 centimeters from the longer side of the paper and draw a line across. Fold the stack of paper on the 2 centimeter line 4 times. Now use a pair of scissors and cut 1.5 centimeters on each side of the stack of paper. For this step, please ask an adult to help you. Take the 2 rubber bands and insert it in the slit. Stretch the rubber bands and insert in the other slit. Again, ask for help from an adult if this is too hard for you. Fold the paper one more time. Leave some space at the end and cut off the remaining paper using your scissors. Ask an adult to help you cut. Now stick the opening using your tape. Fold the paper in half. Hold the paper at the end and fold down the rest of the paper to make a Y shape. Now you have your very own slingshot. On another piece of paper, draw a target and stick it on the wall. You are now ready for the experiment. The steps of the experiment will be shown. Pause the video to read the steps and conduct the experiment. Great job, everyone! I hope you enjoyed this experiment. Now, it is time for questions. Again, questions will be shown. Pause the video to read and answer the questions. Let's discuss our answers together. We'll start with the first question. As you stand further away from the target, the amount of energy you use to pull the slingshot should increase. This is because you need more energy to make the ball travel further. The next question is, potential energy from the slingshot being pulled back is transformed to kinetic energy when the sling is released. Finally, the conclusion for this experiment is that the higher the potential energy, the higher the kinetic energy. We have reached the end of our lesson. Let's do a quick review of what we've learned today. Potential energy is the energy stored in an object at rest until an event occurs for it to move. As potential energy increases, the kinetic energy increases too. I hope everyone learned about potential energy and are able to identify the presence of potential energy in your everyday life. Until the next video, thank you and goodbye! This video was created using Apple Keynote on iPad.